BRE strategy that we teach in the course. Good morning guys, welcome back to another vlog. If you want to learn to trade, this video is for you because we actually got a full strategy breakdown where I talk about how to trade, when to trade, the structure of it, the proof of concept. The whole thing is for free, where I did a webinar in the Winner Circle program, and I did it for you guys on YouTube because, as you know, these vlogs are all about this value that I'm trying to do for you guys. This is a vlog, it's learn, and let's get to it. But before we continue with the vlog and get into the gym section, a gym portion of the video, and then obviously the webinar, we'll do the webinar first and then the gym portion anyway in the end, is I just wanted to quickly make you guys aware of this full breakdown. And the reason I want to make you aware of this is because it's transparency, so you can learn and earn. And I'm making all these videos. If you guys are up to date with the vlogs, you will know the challenge. But so on Twitter, you can see I am sharing the whole journey, how many challenges I've bought, the payouts here. This was a really good one by Funded Engineer, which we talked about because I was obviously in a loss. I bought another 200k from SFT, and then FX5 breached my account as soon as I got the payouts. I got True Forex Funds payout. I got another one from. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. But I also want to mention, don't forget to check out the link in the description for the application link on the waitlist, because I'll be launching a new 12-month program. That's right, 12 months, not 12 week, 12 month. And that's everything. That's literally property, business, life, relationships, fatherhood, the whole thing. I just wanted to make everything, like everything I have, condensed all into this, and it will be drip fed into you. As soon as you join, you get access, and then it will be drip fed to you over a monthly period. So there's a 12-month accountability to it as well. So if you want to do that, link in the description for the application, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. CFT traders, got another one from FX5. So the whole thing is completely documented on Twitter, the whole journey. So if you want to check that out, I really highly recommend it because it's completely free, and you can just see how many times I fail as well, which I think is important. Like, winning is one thing, but I think the failure is important, because at the end of the day, remember, a winner is just a winner who didn't give up because he just kept going and going and going. You only need to win once. That's it. Win once, and then you are part of that success team. Alright, what's happening guys? So this video is actually going to be on YouTube as well, and it's completely for free. This is a whole webinar. Literally, I'm going to be teaching my BRE strategy that we teach in the course, which is the Wannabe Champ course that we're having in the Winner Circle program. And we are absolutely dedicated this year to really making this work to make more profitable traders. So in today's video, we're going to be going, what is BRE and TSE? It's something that is actually out in the public. And let's just start off with this. All strategies work, is the individual that doesn't. That's really and truly it. Because if you don't keep refining that strategy, you're not giving that strategy an opportunity to play out. And that's what I see in a lot of people, because people go, strategy doesn't work, then they hop onto the next. Strategy doesn't work, hop onto the next. And that's the biggest problem when it comes to strategy. It's not in and in itself the strategy, it's actually the individual. Now, yes, if you don't have an edge and the strategy doesn't work, then there's no point chasing it. But how do you know what works and how you don't? That doesn't, is just to look at the individual and use your brain to kind of find out, like, okay, cool, are their results real? So for example, me and Kyle, I think that we're the only ones that are really showing how many challenges we bought, how many payouts we got, the certificates, the whole transparency is all the way there completely. If I just quickly talk about this on Twitter, which is probably how you've potentially found this video, is like, look at this, like, okay, FTMO, I passed phase 2 now. I blew my funded FX. I bought another 600k challenges, Funded Engineer. This one is incredibly important. Funded Engineer, I spent about 8k on challenges, 0 payouts. 2 payouts has now netted to around 9k in total in payouts. Now I'm break even. So from now on, whatever I make on that account is profit. So this is what I mean by, once you have the skill, nothing else absolutely matters. So if you want to get involved, there is a webinar once a month that is completely for free, just like it is today, and this will be in part of the vlog. And we'll just be learning and learning. So let's just jump straight into it and take it to the next level. So what is BRE and TSE? So for the ones who don't know, it's just break and retest, or test the structure and then enter. So what it ultimately kind of defines is we have a very simple support resistance, and all we are looking for is that the retest on the structure. So we've broken here, we would retake the trade, and you can see this example here is a loss, right? And then this one's a win. Now, this is actually a great example, because why we started off with a loss goes to show that even though in the structure, this may win, this may lose, it doesn't matter. It's about the strategy in and itself to let it play out over a period of time. Now, I'm going to be using gold as an example throughout this whole webinar, because gold is actually where I've made the most amount of money on BRE. Pattern A, I've made the most amount of money on DAX. So what the basics of BRE is the first one, and there's TSE. So BRE is ultimately, you have to first identify a break. That is the first step. So there is a break on the structure. So you break above this zone, and then you retest that zone, which is either here or here, and then you have an entry for a trade. Now, these are not the cleanest, but I will explain more and I will find better examples moving forward. I just want to give you an introduction on the BRE. The TSE will be something like this. Now, even though we've broken back into it, this is the test of the structure, and then we enter on the retest of this trade. Okay, so that's a very simple idea of BRE and TSE. Now, for the guys who are in the course, it's in APM in the strategy here, which you can see all the course breakdown from there. We have BRE today, and then we have BRE which will be on Wednesday as well, which will be another one. And then now that we're getting more students doing reviews, we're going to get all of your recordings to put in there, because I think it's imperatively important to show, okay, this is what I see, but then you guys may see something different, but the strategy is the same. It's just how you explain it, how you recognize it, and how you draw them and how you trade them. So I think it'll be really cool, which we're starting to see Huai and Guz put in their feedback and their recordings in there as well. Now, next update is pick your tag. So these are for all the Winner Circle members. So everyone in here, like if you haven't already, please make sure you react as well. Actually, I want to see more reactions, just because it makes me feel like, you know, I'm actually seeing you guys reading my messages, and it helps me with the interaction. I hate Discord. I just gotta say, I struggle with it, but I need to force myself to get used to it and become better at it. And really and truly, I could do with your help is if everyone just kind of reacts and just integrates a bit more and has that better interaction. I'm used to Telegram, used to WhatsApp, and there you go, straight away reaction. Typical Lemon, man. Lemon causing havoc everywhere. And it just helps me get used to it. I'm old school. I like phoning people, getting things solved. So, you know, Discord Discord solves everything that we need. Okay, so make sure you pick your BRE or your pattern name, and that's just kind of the update from there. We'll also be migrating over the near future from Teachable. It'll be onto Whoop. Me and Renner and Hunter have now restructured the course so that when you become in, you can choose either beginner or advanced, and then also the recap and the resources, just to make your life so much easier when you go on and log in and see. So it's going to be really, really cool. I'm super, super excited to see the updates, because then you'll be able to absorb the content easier. You'll be able to absorb the content better, which therefore means that you can have more knowledge and potentially trade better as well. Now, let's first, before we go on to how you can draw and how you can trade, is the proof of concept. Why do I want to go for a proof of concept? Well, really and truly, why I want to do a proof of concept is because this really shows you, you know, like that trading works and the strategy works, right? And that's all that we really need to do. So I'm just seeing if I could use, oh my God, that is the ugliest Bitcoin chart that I have. I'm so sorry for you that you had to witness that. Just seeing if we had the XRP, Mr. Dogecoin. Look, they have a little Doge dance if you saw that. Cool, let's just do it with this one here. And then we'll come back onto gold in a second. So really and truly, we have something called, and the BRE strategy is based on support and resistance. Okay. Now, a lot of strategies based on supply and demand, a lot of strategies based on fair value gap, a lot of like indicators, Fibonacci's, whatever you want to have or identify, it doesn't really matter. For me, I call them SR zones. And to be honest, I don't even care if it's a support or resistance. All I care is a zone. I used to call them AOA, which is area of attention. And what that ultimately means is when price comes to this area, my attention is there. Okay, it's as simple as that. When my price comes to this area, the attention is there. So Huai, if you can write that specific bit down, when price comes to this area, my attention is there, because that is important, right? Because when price comes to this certain area, what we're saying is from previous data that the price is going to have some sort of reaction. Now, what Raihan said, which was amazing, is the market rhymes as opposed to repeating itself. It may not repeat itself exactly the same, but it rhymes, right? And if it's hit it multiple times, there's an opportunity and a probability that it could potentially hit again. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. Now, let's talk about the proof of concept. I've just literally spent 2 minutes, and that's it. Again, emphasizes the skill. When you have this skill, you're able to draw just like that. Now, every single zone, let's go through this. We've had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5, like there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 candles that have hit the price of 1.66260 on Euro AUD. So it does not matter what you have to say. The point is we're just stating facts right now. We are stating that the price at 1.6620, that it failed 13 times to break and hold above. That's important as well. To break and hold above. So why I want you to write that bit as well. To break and hold above. And the reason why I said that is because we've had a huge candle there, which is a huge wick spike. This candle in and in itself is something you cannot predict. It's something you cannot avoid, and it's just part of the market conditions, and it's part of yourself to pay, obviously, just to pay the price of the game, or just to even in the game, because this is liquidity hunt, this is stop loss hunt, this is whatever you want to call manipulation. I don't care what you want to call it, it is what it is. And that's something here, again, a little bit of tips is a lot of people get fixated on the fact that, oh, they're hunting us on finding where the stop loss hunt is, all this, that, and the other. Shut the fuck up. It's part of the markets. You can't predict it, you can't plan it, you can't focus on it. Just play the game. If it loses and it eats you alive, cool, take it on the chin. It's like if you're in a fight, there's no way you're going to have a fight with someone and not be hit once or twice. It's about the longevity, it's about winning the game, about winning the trading, about winning in your career. So once you've identified and understood this concept, we can also see again another proof of concept here that has drawn 1.65600, 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, but that's not even counting all the candles in between that has hit this price at 1.656. You see, so that's incredibly important again to see that every time a price has come to this level, we have rejected it at a resistance. But okay, cool, what did I just say? Attention, price of attention, that we are rejecting this as an area regardless. When every time price hits this area, we are going to reject. So that's the concept. Okay, when we're drawing these support resistance or area, we are saying to ourselves and identifying to ourselves that when we hit this area, there's an attention, because it's most likely going to react. And that reaction is 3 things. So the reaction, okay, I also write this down, which is you're going to obviously break up, you're going to reject, or you're going to consolidate at that price. So prime example, here we consolidated, here we rejected, here we rejected. Or if we go on to left hand side, this broke through. Okay, now I've only just shown you 2. I can show you, but either way, you can, hopefully I'd like to say that you guys can identify, if I just circle them here, every time price comes to this area, price comes to this area, price comes to this area, reject, 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 reject. And you know what's cool? If I zoom out, I just can hold my cursor. I'm just going to just pull one. Look at that. Come on, guys. Look at that. Literally, I just pulled the top one. Resistance, support, breakout, fake out all the way through, support hit. Look at that support. That is ridiculous. Support there, resistance there, breakout here, a little bit of ugliness here, but still playing through. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Look at that. Support, support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. Oh my Lord, look at this whole section here. Okay? Now that should hopefully prove the concept, right? That is just as simple as that. Now, what do we need to do with this information, Dan? Okay, cool. We just started off. Okay, cool. At support resistance, that's the proof of concept. Like I said, now when price comes to this area, it's basically saying that there's going to have a reaction. Now, before I go on to how to draw and how to trade, what we want to now understand is if price is going to have a reaction, and there's a high probability that this can potentially happen, what now we can potentially say goes into the next step is, okay, cool. If I know price is going to have that, how can I capitalize on it? And how can I make money from it? That's literally what we're here for. We're here to make money, trying to obviously pay our bills and pay our dues, and obviously play a support into the family, which I'll go on to compound effect after. Okay, so we'll go on to how we can make money from this in a second, but let's come through and talk that back. Now, how to draw these is that what you want to do is first identify every zone. Okay, so this is for beginner level, because for me, you just saw me draw. Every time you see price hit more than 2 to 3 times within a certain time period, you want to be doing them on the daily or 4 hours. I did it very, very, very quickly. Very, very quickly on the 1 hour because of just experience, but let's just go on to 4 hours for the time being. So we can see one up here, right? That's beautiful because that's the wick we didn't have a minute ago. But look, I can see from a wick here, I can see from a wick here, support, support, support. Okay, so just draw. When you've just started off, just draw every single one you can see, because here's a support, 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 resistance, and then here is kind of a little bit of a playing area. Okay, cool. We've had 2 bottoms here because there's nothing in between, but we can see there's just this alone has bounced and made a double bottom. Let's pull that all the way across. Then we've got another one in between, which is that it had a box session, so there was a resistance in that period of time between this trading period, which means there's potentially some sort of resistance there. Let's just draw that down. Then we've got another one down here, and then we've got more here in between, and then we've even got more here in between, and we've got even more here in between as well, and we've got even more here in between as well. Now, this is what normally happens when you first start. This starts to get incredibly messy because you just have supports and resistance all over the place. And it's like, how can I trade this? Because if I get a trade here, the stop loss is really tight. If I have to take profit, it's really, really close. So how you do this is, what I like to do is keep the very, very bottom ones, because I believe that the bottom and the top ones are the most important, because then it gives you this whole range to identify, right? So this whole area to trade within. This bottom one, what I've done is just I've leaned it out a little bit more so that I see where price, if I move it up a little bit. So if I go all the way down, price didn't hit here. So if I move it up a tiny bit, it gives me a tolerance where it hits multiple times. We can see here all the way as resistance and supports to make it a little bit leaner, is the word I like to use, but cleaner overall. Here is a great one, even though prices bounce multiple times. But what I don't like about it is if I just draw, is we've broken all the way through, we've broken all the way through here, all the way here, we've been breaking all the way through. Even though that is a support and resistance, what is also saying is that the price and the market has no problem breaking through that regardless. And then same thing here, this is a very good resistance because we see price breaking all the way through. This one here, you can see price, same concept, is breaking all the way through, so we can remove that. Here we can see, let's say price is traded all the way through, we can remove that. And then here we can see price, even though it has had this resistance and it is cleaner here, it's just trying to mess around all the time. And then instead of having two of these, what I'm going to do is just remove this one. Because that wick is a fill I don't want to have, I bring this down instead so it sits in between all of them, and then boom. Now straight away I went from like 10 of them to now just 4 or even 5. I'd even be conscious to potentially even remove this one, but then I'd have a massive gap in between, so we can just try and see where this hits the most. That's probably the cleanest way. So now that's how to draw. Not only have I drawn this, I've cleaned this up. With this information that we've got right now, I'm able to create better ideas. I'm able to see the market better and identify what I always teach. And the most important part is from A to B. If we bounce on the support, where do we expect it to go? To go up and above, right? If we see it to break, then we see it come in lower. If we break up above here, we expect to see this bounce and then retest and move it forward. So now we're starting to, piece the puzzle together. We can really understand this trading strategy. Is like, okay, cool. We've identified the support and resistance. We know the proof of concept. Not only do we know the proof of concept now, we also know that if we break, we can go to the next level. If we reject, we're going to go back to the previous level. You see, this is fucking lit. Like, honestly, this is, hold on a sec. This is lit. This is really, 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 really useful information. Just really showing you and clearly explaining to you the basics of this trade. Now, going on to the next part, how do we trade this? And that's exactly what we just talked about. What we're trying to identify is so the next trade here, even if we bounce off the next trade, is this. So if we ever want to 2R, and this goes into the more advanced section, right, which we're going to cover in on in the Wednesday session, is where you can identify your stop losses, where you put them to make it cleaner, where to put your take profit. But here, this is the idea. What we're trying to say now is we've broken into this zone. Okay, we're coming into this territory now. We're going to, if I'm saying, if we retest this structure here, we can basically push lower because we're probably going to come all the way down here. My take profit is meet in the middle, so I've got a very high probability take profit. Therefore, that trade is a valid trade, nice and easy. If price comes all the way down to here, I'm saying that price can bounce. Therefore, if it rejects, I could hit take profit. And what's beautiful about these trades is sometimes they hit so quick, like so quick. So let's have an example. Okay, this trade would have lost, right? Because if I tried to buy this trade when it hit all the way down, this would have hit all the way down and hit a stop loss. Now, we had a break here. We have a sell. This trade would have won. And then this trade would have won again. This trade would have won again. So off of one zone, I've made 6R. I literally made 6%. Say even if you wanted to have a resistance on this one here, you would have made 6%. So 8%. We want to go off of this one here. So we broke, retested, stop loss below, 2R, let's just make it 2.5. We would have lost that trade. We would have won the second trade, and we would have won third trade, If I could just move that in, I'm going to zoom in on this to make your life a little bit easier. So we can see that price hit this support here, pushed all the way down, even though that I could potentially pull this down a tiny bit to make it a little bit better. This one still would have hit stop loss, depending on where you put your stop loss. The second one probably would have hit take profit. This one's 50-50, but the third one 100% would have won. And then that's 3 trades on one area yet again, right? And then if we wanted to do another trade here, we broke out onto this zone, boom. And then if you want to do discretionary, we ran this all the way up to the next zone, you could have a 5-hour trade, right? So I've literally gone through, let's just recap this quickly, okay? We've gone through what BRE and TSE is, so I've explained the strategy. Then we've gone on to where the course is pick your token or whip update, that's more for the family. We've got the proof of concept showing you that resistance and supports work over time and time again, or where price is hitting them. Then I'm showing you how to draw them. And then now I've just shown you how to trade. Okay, so we're going to go through in more detail on Wednesday where to put your stop loss and take profits, which will be for the Winner Circle program people. And if you do want to get that, the waitlist is down below. In February, we are accepting more people, and we will be, I just want to make a massive announcement from this, we will be increasing the price all the way up to 5K just for the Winner Circle program by June. So each month is going to increase massively, and we're only taking in 10 people. Really and truly, why? Because this is for high quality people. There are the people who are honestly joining and paying that, even the one-to-ones. It just shows the commitment, and they're so close to making it happen. And we've had plenty of success stories, and the blueprint works, and we know it works. And then now the students are working, and we just say that tremendous value is there. One payout pays for it all. Literally, one payout pays for it all. Not only does one payout pay for it all, you literally have the skill for life. Do you know what I mean? So like Anton, right, his story, did 30-40K within 3 months, 16K in his first month. That's 3 times his investment that he had, and it was way cheaper for him when he joined. So if you do want to join, waitlist is down below if you want to join that. And we can go through and you'll see like the advanced versions. We have guest speakers and many other things as well. So coming back onto this is basically the homework for the the Winner Circle program members. Now I've seen quite a few people who have joined still haven't gone through the compound effect, written out summaries from the compound book, and this is the call out and this is the accountability. I don't know how many people of you guys have done this in your journal, but I'm going to go through this again and see who has and who hasn't. And this is the call out right now because today is the 29th of January. I need you all to go through the compound effect. For the ones who have already gone through the compound effect, that's fine. I don't need you to go through any books just for now. You just keep doing what you're doing. And your homework will actually be to draw out zones today and predict where the markets will be for the rest of the week, right? So if you want to go draw on the page, like the pairs you trade, right now, right today, go and draw out all of your zones and say, look, right now, I believe that, just simply put, prices go from A to B, and then look, this shows my trade. If it reverses and comes back into that session, these are the 3 trades that I could predict. And it looks like a smiley face. And then simply put, this is the screenshot I'm going to send into my journal. And then on Friday, you're going to basically paste that in, and then you're going to write yes or no, what happened, what kind of refinements are you going to do, and how would, if you predicted it, how could you have predicted it better? So prime example would be, all right, cool. Well, really and truly, this trade here is better because the moving averages are crossed over and looking to break through. So then I probably shouldn't have had this trade idea of a buy. I should have moved this trade idea here, because if price is breaking up on this one and this one, then that tells me it's more bullish, it's more moving averages are more in favor, and the trade makes more sense and we can push higher. If we're looking here, really and truly, maybe I should reject, I should wait for this as a confirmation, or, damn it, keep switching over. Or what I want to do is actually have a sell position as well to have that continuation, and then also have the buy there. Or what I could do is just say I should have ran that TP more. You see what I mean? So this is what I mean by the refinement. And then by the third refinement, you'd be better 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. By the end of that refinement, you would have had, you know, some sort of profitable trading and something you just need it once. Literally just need to succeed once, let it click, and then the rest is history. Okay, so for you guys on the YouTube video, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to check out our Discord where we're talking in the communities and whatnot. And obviously we've got giveaways happening all the time for this. And I appreciate you guys tuning in because the vlogs have been doing really, really well. And for the people on Discord, I really appreciate you guys joining in. If you want to stay on, I am going to go through the questions. But that's it for today's webinar. Hope you guys learned and earned, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Where's the blocks, Bubba? Wow. Bye. Hello, bye. You put the triangle in? Yeah? What's the circle? Yeah? You want to put the circle in? Circle. Yeah, where's the circle? Wow, high five. High five. I'll take it.